From pigs on trial to witches in prison. 5. Weirdest laws in history. You won't believe. Alright, let's kick this off with number 5. Ready for this? In medieval France, pigs could be put on trial. That's right. They could be accused, they could be tried, and if found guilty, they could be sentenced just like a human being. And the weirdest part, it wasn't even that uncommon. These porcine placebos would often stand in as scapegoats, taking the blame for all sorts of crimes and misdemeanors. The evidence against them was often shaky at best, like, a field where crops had failed, or a sick person who needed someone to blame. The accused pig would be brought before a judge, usually a local priest, and given a trial by ordeal. And the possible outcomes, they could be set free, they could be fined, or in the most extreme cases, they could be sentenced to death. Now, how exactly these death sentences were carried out? Well, that's not entirely certain, but let's just say it probably wasn't pretty for the pig. This bizarre legal practice continued for centuries, really making pigs the original barristers, except they weren't paid. Now, before we move on to our next weird law, if you are enjoying this video so far, why not show us some love by leaving a like? It really helps us out and motivates us to keep bringing you awesome historical tales. Thanks for your support. Coming in at number 4, we have a law that will make you feel like magic is real, or at least it did in 18th century Britain. If you were accused of being a witch, you didn't even have to admit to anything. All you had to do was pretend to be one. Yep, that's right. In the 18th century, British courts accepted a guilty plea for the crime of pretending to be a witch. So if someone accused you of casting spells or conjuring up potions, you could just play along and voila, you're guilty. This might seem crazy now, but back then, these laws were designed to stop people from tricking others into thinking they had magical powers. After all, witchcraft was considered a sin and a threat to public order. So if you were caught pretending to be a witch, you could face some serious consequences, including a hefty fine or even a prison sentence. Imagine going to jail for playing pretend. It makes you wonder if anyone ever took this route to avoid conviction. Now we're going to take you to an island nation known for its efficiency and cleanliness, Singapore. At number 3, we have the Great Gum Ban. Yep, that's right. Chewing gum is completely banned in Singapore. Not only is it illegal to import, manufacture, or sell chewing gum, but it's also banned to simply chew it in public. And believe me, this isn't just a little-known obscure law. It's strictly enforced. Coming in at number 2, we head over to Switzerland for a look at their unique approach to pet ownership. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig. Yes, you heard that right. In Switzerland, you must have at least 2 of these furry little friends. The reasoning behind this law is pretty adorable. Apparently, guinea pigs are social animals who get lonely and need companionship, so it's illegal to keep them as solo acts. But if you already have one guinea pig and can't afford or care for another, don't sweat. The law doesn't apply to you. The Swiss are all about that work-life balance. So if you can prove that you work long and irregular hours, you might be able to get away with having just the one. However, there is a major downside to this law. If you travel a lot, you'll either have to find someone to care for your guinea pigs while you're gone, or leave them behind. Just imagine telling your pet, "Hey buddy, I'm going on vacation, see you later." Brutal. And finally, the United States, famous for its bizarre state laws. For example, in California, it's technically illegal to release more than 2 canaries near a theater. In Florida, you can't sing in a swimsuit. In Arizona, it's illegal for donkeys to sleep in bathtubs. Most of these laws are never enforced, but they're still technically on the books. It makes you wonder, who came up with these rules in the first place? So which law shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want more historical tales, stay tuned for more content. We've got plenty more where those came from. Thanks for watching.